Good morning. I'm at my family's house for Thanksgiving and getting ready for Intensati. Still time to sign up. Link is up there, mollycarmel.com/Intensati. Having a nice quiet morning. It's just my parents here and their dogs before we get a big slew of people. And I just woke up this morning. As you all know, I wake up pretty crazy, and I started to send little notes of gratitude to everybody in my life, and my whole mood shifted because there were so many people. And then I thought of this group and how I want to send a big note of gratitude to this group because it's just the most amazing experiment I've ever been able to do in my life. I need to say, there are a few of you who are in the first 10 and the first 20 of this group. It was just something I had an idea about. I wanted to create this group that was just full of love and support and not much else for people. And we're really doing that. This is a place where people can really come and connect, and all the things that are really right with the world, I feel like, exist in this group. And I'm super, super grateful for it. And I just had couple of thoughts about Thanksgiving if you're heading in. I think we were talking about this in a Wednesday group that I run yesterday. And we were talking about sort of the rules of the road, just really trying to follow the rules of the road today. And the rules of the road are not just about food. They're really not. Yes, I want you to have a plan. Yes, I want you to go in. Yes, I want you to think about timing. Yes, I want you to think about not having appetizers because it really confuses our fullness signals. Those are, you decide on that. That's not for me. But the rules of the road for Thanksgiving, if you're going to do it well, are not, food is obviously, having a food plan is amazing. Just some kind of idea of what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat, how you're going to get it, blah, 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 what you're not going to do, the no's of the list. But the rules of the road require, what skills are you going to use? Who are you going to be connected with? How are you going to change your state? That's a big thing because we were talking about this in the holiday masterclass. Also, I'll give you, if you weren't there, I'll give you a little hint if you didn't sign up. It happens that, and this happens to me 12 years in, you sort of lose your steam. You know what I mean? In the midst of all of it, you lose your steam and you're finding yourself at the table wanting to eat. That's not a cue to eat. That's a cue to get up and go and revitalize and change your state, right? So if you're feeling in your, everyone's sitting there eating dessert, I want to tell you one of the best things you can do for yourself is get up, go outside, go to the bathroom, go to another room, take some breaths, use some skills, do some visualizations, make a phone call, get some ice, do something to sort of change the state. Those are the rules of the road. Following the rules of the road is not just about the food. Really getting through Thanksgiving, thriving through Thanksgiving has so much, it's really more about your skills and your plan around how you're going to be taking care of yourself than it is about your food. It really, really is. So anyway, what are you going to do? What's your plan outside of the food? I'm fascinated by that. Not to brag, but my mother is BUWS. My cousin Leanne, who many of you know, is coming over from California. She's BWS. So I have a lot of I sort of nailed the holiday this year. I have a lot of BUWS people. It's out and about. I don't know. I'm feeling pretty great about my eating plan today. That has not been every Thanksgiving, but I'm feeling pretty great about my eating plan today. I'm a little bummed that we didn't make cauliflower stuffing like we did last year, but we have a lot going on here this year. Lots of dogs, lots of people. Last year it was just 4 of us. I just want to say one more thing that I might only say in this group, which is about feelings. This time last year, I had started a really sort of gnarly undoing of a relationship. And I was in the saddest space I'd been in a minute. It lasted a long time, but it was the beginning of it. And I could hardly breathe. And I feel so different this year. And feelings always pass. They do. And I'm feeling so different this year. And life can change if we're up for being in it to change. Just remember that. And that's it. And I have to go prep for Sati because there's a lot to prep for Sati, because we're going to talk and we're going to mantra and we're going to move and we're going to connect. And if you're even considering it, just come. Like literally, just come. Just come be with us and do it from a chair, do it from your bed. I don't care. It's just because that's such a great way to set off your Thanksgiving. And yeah, that's what I have to tell you. I know you're so used to me being with my sidekick Ari. I miss her so much. But here we are. And I'm so grateful for all of you. And, keeping a space of love and gratitude today is going to be a really great way to really succeed through this day. And the other thing I'll tell you is, I remember the first Thanksgiving that I was off sugar and flour and didn't binge. And it was very methodical. I was really changing my state all of the time. I was really clear on my goal, blah, 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 blah. But man, do I remember when that Thanksgiving ended and I wasn't too full and I left where I was, I got in my bed and I thought, I might be able to really do this. I was about, how many days into it? I probably was about 5 weeks into breaking up with sugar, my first Thanksgiving, that I did it without binging and without sugar and flour and purging and everything else I used to do. But I remember that first Thanksgiving, and it was 12 years ago. And it was my first thought that I might be able to do this. So anyway, and it wasn't that enjoyable. It just was like, I got the job done and I saw that I could get the job done. And I felt so esteemable inside. I just felt so like, to leave a Thanksgiving dinner having not harmed myself with food was more rewarding than I could even explain to you. Food for thought. All right. I love you all. I'm sending you all the love. If someone hasn't told you that they love you, it's only 8:04, so the day is long. But I love you very, 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 very much. And hopefully I'll see you in an hour in Intensati. And if not, have a beautiful Thanksgiving. Mwah. So grateful for you guys. Bye.